and opinions of your boy Derrick are those of the host and does not necessarily reflect that of the Nighthawk Network or the views and opinions of its associate members. Viewer and listening discretion is advised.
Hey, bitches.
No, shorty, I got this one. I'm your boy Derrick, and it's time for the remix.
Once again, coming to you live from Baltimore, Maryland, it's the remix with your boy Derrick. Now let's talk about it.
Black on, get into it. Black on, look at that David Ford, right there, that's his thing. Black on, he don't know Tom. Look at that David Ford, that's his thing. He don't know Tom. Yeah. Yes! Oh, here we go. Oh, I can see the demons. I can't see the demons, but I can see the light.
We are creating black luxury across this country.
Let's try this again. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the remix with your boy Derrick. I'm Heath. What's going on? What's going on? Happy Friday to everybody. I hope everybody week was a blessing, and I hope that you're grateful that the Lord has allowed you to make it and see yet another Friday you've never seen before, and this Friday you will never see again. So, in that, I am so grateful and I'm thankful. And as always, I have to give the big ups to my sponsors for the remix with your boy Derrick, and also for the Hey Bitches Live with Helena Hardigram. We want to thank the Nighthawk Network, which both of these shows are a wonderful part of, and we enjoy being a part of the wonderful Nighthawk Network. If you ever think about considering doing a podcast and whatever, you're looking for a wonderful network to be a part of, hit me up, inbox me, or inbox the CEO of the Nighthawk Network, Mr. Eric Buckner. He's on Facebook. He can let you know. We can help you with commercials. We can help you with promo stuff, all of that good stuff. Just give him a holler. You can inbox me, and I will forward all of your information to him, and we can get it going. Also, want to thank Eric Buckner for being one of my sponsors, and also I want to thank the Washington Consulting Group for being a sponsor. Woo hoo hoo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any of you guys ever consider about being a sponsor? Inbox me, because sponsorship comes at so many different levels. Sponsorships are not always pertaining to money per se. I mean, you can sponsor Helena some jewelry, you can sponsor some hair, what have you. Inbox me with all the information, you guys. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Today was a day that tried my faith. Yeah. Today put me in such a zone that I had to literally shut myself down for a few minutes from everything and everybody. And you know why? I had to do that before I would snap and slap the shit out somebody. Excuse my language, but that's how it is. So, situation. Yesterday, I took it upon myself to go and pay my cell phone bill. Boom, boom, boom. Took the money down there. Boom, 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 boom. Paid my cell phone bill. 2021, first mistake I made. I believe that little lie that's a little bit. Oh, my register isn't printing out receipts. If someone tells you that, you should do one or two things. You tell them that they need to manually write your receipt. I don't care what the hell they got to do, but you need a receipt. So I paid my bill on yesterday. I wake up this morning, my whole damn phone is off. O to the FF. So naturally, I'm not gonna lie. My phone is truly a serious part of my lifeline. That's how I stay in contact with people. My shows or whatever the case may be. So me and my niece, we called there this morning, and here comes the okie dokie with that. We called there this morning. The woman answered the phone. Well, do you know who it was who? I said, look, girl, we're not gonna do all that. We're not gonna do all that. First of all, I'm telling you how much I paid. I'm telling you exactly what the woman said to me. We're not printing receipts. I'm cool. So then she commenced saying, well, I see where she switched your plan. Okay, so why would she switch my plan if she didn't have the money to switch my plan? So then we call, oh, but we're going to get the manager to call you back. This is 9 o'clock in the morning. Keep in mind, 9 o'clock in the morning. We called again about 12. Oh, well, my manager's in a meeting. No, let me go back. We called this morning. We explained to her who the girl was. And she said, oh, well, she's late. She's on her way. She's running a little late. Cool one, but she get in, call me. We called back 12 o'clock. Lo and behold, oh, she had family issues. She's not coming in today. So automatically, bitch, my mind goes to, oh, bitch, you got family issues all of a sudden, but you $55 richer with your family issues. I'm like, no, don't. Look, I am a I am a die-hard people miss everyone. I'm a die-hard Boost Mobile customer. Period. Front, back, side, side. Let me see you. It don't matter. I've been there for over 15 years, and I'm like, yo, I don't go like that. My money is my money, and I'm not. And you're not gonna put me in a place where you're gonna make no girl. You need to make something happen. So then we call back and we talk to the man. Well, I don't, girl. Let me tell you something. At this particular point in time, I don't care what the fuck you don't see in the system. Least of that's the least of my worries right now. I don't care what you don't see in the system. No, that I was in here yesterday. You had two female cashiers, one on the left, one on the right. The young lady who waited on me, she took my money, said she didn't have a receipt, blah blah. Fine, that's your thing. But I'm telling you, even in this day and time, y'all, don't take nothing, don't pay nothing, don't pay nothing, don't pay nothing unless you get a damn receipt. Because here it is. I paid my bill before 12 o'clock yesterday, and my phone didn't come on until almost 6 o'clock this evening. Was I pissed? Fuck yeah. Pissed? Yeah, to the utmost. Lesson learned? Hell yeah. And I normally don't get into the for them, you know how people just automatically get bills and stuff taken off their cards. I don't normally get into that because it's a lot with that. Sometimes they take more than what they're supposed to take, blah 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 blah. But at this particular point in time in my life, I am no longer going into the brick and mortar stores of Boost Mobiles. I'm doing everything via online. And when you do things online, they send you a little text message so you go ahead and pay blah 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 blah. I can't do it. This right here, I was without a phone for almost 12 hours. And I'm at the point, okay, you turn my phone back on, blah 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 blah. You think you did something big, blah. You did. You didn't do nothing special. My phone should have been on yesterday. Should have still been on from yesterday. You're not doing anything special, honey. Now, what you should have did if you wanted to do something special, you could have did something special and gave me 1 month free or something. Because that shit you did, you took away 12 hours worth of service from me because you got somebody in the store that's not properly trained. And why am I the consumer? Why am I suffering because you have somebody in your store that's not properly trained? No, girl, what's wrong with that picture? Right church, wrong pew, girl. We're not doing all that. So yes, that I was like, I'm doing Mountain Dew today, y'all. But it's not like I'm planning on having any children, so shit, why can't I do Mountain Dew? So that thing, when I tell y'all, that thing got under my skin so bad, because like I say, my phone is my lifeline. And I was blessed enough because I have Wi-Fi at my house, so I was blessed enough to still be able to navigate um, Facebook, Google, blah, 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 because of my Wi-Fi that's here. But I'm like, and then the problem with that is that my phone is automatically connected to Wi-Fi. So why should I, So it was the worst inconvenience that I have ever dealt with for the time period that I have been using Boost Mode. You know what I'm saying? And that thing, it didn't it didn't set good with me at all. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you guys read the information about tonight's show, um, I told you some of the things that we're going to be talking about. And you know what? Here in Baltimore, we had a lady, 69-year-old mother, grandmother, aunt, sister. You know, it's not weird, but it is weird. She was murdered at her home church. If I'm not mistaken, I could be right, could be wrong, but um, um, she was. I'm gonna read it to y'all. It blows my mind, and I'm sitting here thinking, There's not even a safe place when you go to church. Come on. Listen, why isn't church a safe place? When I tell you that thing touched me in such a way that, let me tell you, let me read it to you, okay? A 69-year-old woman was found murdered inside a Baltimore church. There is a $100,000 reward. Listen, $100,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest and a conviction in the case. Evelyn Player, a 69-year-old mother and grandmother, showed up. Okay, if I get emotional, y'all excuse me, okay? Showed up at Southern Baptist Church in Baltimore around 6 a.m. Tuesday to open the door for contractors. Less than an hour later, someone found her stabbed to death in a bathroom. What got so bad that you had to go that far to do something that evil, pure evil? A resident said. It is. Police say they don't have a suspect as of Tuesday night. They're speaking with community members and checking out surveillance videos. We're going to find who killed this woman. We are going to go out and make sure that we hold that person accountable. That that's what we're focused on, Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott said. Pastor Dante Hickman said Player had been a member of this church for 40 to 50 years and served to the very end. On that particular day, she got there earlier than she would normally come before the male Saxon got here. Wait a minute, give me a second. On that particular day, she got here earlier than she would normally come before the male Saxon got here, perhaps to pray and to have her life taken from her like that in the church and in the community that we love is really heartbreaking. He said, "This is what the pastor said." On Facebook, Claire's daughter shared a final text her mother sent around the same time she was expected at the church. It told her to have a great day and she loved her. My heart is broken into a million pieces, wrote Claire's daughter in a Facebook post. Mommy, I will miss. Whew, I'm getting it together. Mommy, I will miss the priceless moments we shared. I thought we had more time to create memories. Whomever you are that did this cowardly act, is at the point now where you ask yourself, is there anywhere safe that we can go in this day and time? Even though this isn't the first case of someone being murdered in church, and unfortunately, it probably won't be the last case. But I'm asking all my viewers, please, man, please, short, please keep Miss Player's family in your prayers and in your thoughts, and pray for comfort for the family because that line right there from the daughter I thought we had more time to create memories. I don't. I don't get it. Um, this world is just evil and hateful. Evil and hateful. Not necessarily in that order, but when I tell you this world is evil and hateful, that it is. So again, excuse me, again, I'm asking y'all to please keep this young lady and her family in your prayers. That right there, I don't, I can't I can't comprehend, and don't know what it is, and I'm trying being somebody who certain things. Okay, let's keep it real. Certain things hit me a little bit harder than it do most people. Being, I love my mom, regardless of what moms may do, what mom may have done. Blah blah blah. It's you actually took somebody's life. Excuse me. Yeah, the weather here today was no joke. Excuse me, y'all. Kyle Rittenhouse found not guilty on all charges. This shit right here. Kyle Rittenhouse, the teenager accused of killing two people and shooting another during unrest in Kenosha, Wisconsin last summer, has been found not guilty on all charges. The 12 person jury deliberated for more than 25 hours over the course of 4 days. Rittenhouse, now 18, was charged with 5 felonies. Right. And the fiance of Joseph Rosenbaum, one of the men fatally shot by Kyle Rittenhouse, said, I feel like this case, the victims' lives didn't matter. How? Whew, girl. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, say what you want to say. Call me whatever. The sister, yeah, yeah, y'all fucked up on this one. I'm sorry. First of all, this boy, he's 18 now, but I mean, the whole time y'all kept him in a juvenile facility. Let's keep it real, honey. Unfortunately, this world is still black and motherfucking white, honey. I'm trying to tell you. Now, if that was a 17-year-old African American boy, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Road, if that was a 17-year-old African American boy, he wouldn't have been in juvenile detention. His ass would have been in the main population with grown ass men. I don't. This this right here is a travesty of justice. This situation right here allows you to know that justice is blind as a bitch. And then I mean, it's like weird because this case, and like I was sharing with you guys a little bit a while ago, like this case, and then a 69-year-old woman who was stabbed to death here in Baltimore on Tuesday in her home church. In church, mind you, y'all listen to me. This is a hateful world out here. I'm gonna need y'all, all of my listeners, all my viewers, all my supporters. I'm gonna need y'all to pay very close attention to your surroundings morning, noon, and night. Don't let the daylight fool you and make you think that you don't have to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be aware of your surroundings at all point in time. And, even with this young lady, you sit back thinking, did the young lady at the church did she know this person? It's so many questions surrounding this particular incident with the 69-year old lady getting her life taken. She was stabbed to death in a bathroom in the church. And the governor of Maryland, I'm gonna give you your props. You don't do much of nothing else. Hey, bro. The governor of Maryland, Miss Player, lost her life. She was going to the church on Tuesday to unlock the church for the contractors, and she got there before the Saxon. The Saxon is Saxon is the person. Um, um, the Saxon is the person in the church that takes care of the church. The pastor says she got there a little bit earlier than the Saxon. Um, I have so many things that I really want to say about that, um, but I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want to offend nobody in the family. I don't want to defend um, any other church members. But I say to you, hey, my niece, are you safe going to church? This is a woman who's been a member of this church for 40 to 50 years. She loved what she did, and her life was taken doing something that she loves. Wow, wow. You're not even safe in church. Come on, y'all. We I mean, when I tell y'all, like I said, y'all know how I am when it comes down to money because I don't have mine, so I'm very very partial towards mothers. I'm there. I'm like fucking blown that somebody would be evil enough to take somebody's life in church. So I say to you, is the church really a safe place? Is the church a safe place to be? Talk to me. What's your opinions on this, y'all? Y'all need to realize, when they say, the governor, I give him his props. He gave out a wonderful, he's giving out a wonderful $100,000 reward to for anybody that can give information that would lead. Listen to what I'm telling you. That would lead to an arrest and a conviction in the case. So y'all people out there would think, oh, well, I got you. If that person not convicted in this case, you ain't getting no damn money. Now, man, now, motherfucking sir, we ready to get to the motherfucking nitty gritty. This Rittenhouse case, BS. My opinion. I am, I am entitled to my opinion. You were found not guilty on all charges. You know what I need? I need a pool of the jury. I want to know what the hell the jury look like. I need the breakdown of the jury. How many women? How many men? How many black? How many white? How many Asians? How many? I just need. I just. So I guess my question is, what the hell? made y'all come to the conclusion that this? I'm gonna say it because y'all said it. What made y'all come to the conclusion that this damn boy was not guilty? Did the state somehow leave some sort of reasonable doubt? Talk to me, y'all. Come on, let's talk. What is it? There's no way you're gonna and the only thing that I'm thinking, and I'm not a legal scholar. No, I'm not that. I'm not nowhere close to a legal scholar, but bitch, I love knowledge. Um, how did how did the jury how did the jury and it pisses me off. How did the jury come up with this decision? And all you motherfuckers are gonna sleep tonight with like whatever.
Okay, hold on. Now understand, I got a little different perspective than most people do in regards to this. So bear with me. First of all, let me answer the immediate question. Do I agree with the verdict? No, I do not. Do I understand how they came to that verdict? Unfortunately, yes, I do. Remember, part of the problem is that when you go to trial, it is up to the people who are in charge of the case to have you be tried by a jury of your peers. In the case of this trial, there were 18 people in the jury pool. Okay? Only a couple of them were people of color. When you consider the township in which the case was held, that pretty much fits the demographics of said township. About 20 to 22% of that township is black. 2% of the 18 pretty much equals that number. Remember, part of what happened was when it came time to deliberate, the young man himself was allowed to pick from a bucket of names out of the jury pool the 12 people that would decide his fate. He ended up picking 7 women and 5 men. One of them was people of color, the rest were people that fit the demographic thereof. Literally a jury of his peers. Remember what happened during the trial. Everything pointed to the videos, and the videos pointed to seeing him shoot these people point blank with an AR-15. Okay, a weapon of mass destruction, an assault rifle used in the military to kill multiple people at a time. Understand, part of why I feel he is guilty is because he had no business being there in the first place. It was not his city. Hell wasn't even his state. It was not his fight to fight.
Wow.
But supposedly he had this need to be responsible and look out for his fellow countrymen. He was taken down there as an adolescent at the age of 17 by his mother, who ain't sat on no jury box and been charged for anything, and most definitely should have, but that's a whole nother story. And went down there and ultimately killed 2 people and injured 2 others. Now, here's where the problem comes in. In the end, he was allowed to testify on his own behalf. And the tears, whether you feel they were real tears or false tears, that got some people. Remember, I said the jury was 7 women, 5 men. Now, not to make this a gender thing, but I promise you, some of them tears, it hit some of the women that way. He is so distraught. I mean, they took it like that. Now, understand, they deliberated for 4 days. Most cases that are delivered for 4 days usually means that all charges are not going to be automatic guilty. That's usually how that plays out. So when they get to the 4th day in the afternoon and the verdict comes and the first verdict they read was not guilty, I didn't need to hear nothing else. I knew it all was going to be not guilty. Every last one of them. And then his reaction, I don't think it's a reaction from, oh, I'm so sorry this happened. Praise God that I am free from this burden. I think it's because, oh my God, I'm not going to jail. I can't believe it. Oh, I was so scared what they was gonna do to me in jail. So of course, yeah, where is he right now? Yeah, he's at home. Because the next thing he wanted to do is get the hell out of Dodge. He wanted to answer no questions and talking none of that. In the ideal world, what did they do that at? Where did they even let him get away with not speaking after the trial? You know, if his number is anything close to listed, there is a litany of people right now from Fox News on down trying to call that young man so they can get the interview. Somebody will eventually get the interview. You do know that, right? Not that he
But,
needs any money because
by the time by the time they get around to this by the time they get around to this boy interview, I can guarantee you his interview is going to be a scripted interview. I come to tell you, ain't nothing gonna come out of his mouth that's gonna be genuine. All that shit's gonna be written down. Somebody gonna tell him what to say, how to say it. Well, you can't ask me this, you can't. But and then my thing is on top of that, he didn't get charged. So how did he not even get charged for a gun charge? How the fuck did he get innocent with holding a gun?
bottom line, you 17 years old. I don't know the laws in Wisconsin, but I'm gonna safely assume that you are not able to have an AR-15 at 17 years old. A legal, lawful one. There is a weapon you can legally own, but not for a 17-year-old. Because last I knew, that had to deal with signing to a lawful contract. And from what I know of the law, if you are 18 years and younger, you are not allowed to sign into a legally binding contract. That's
Right.
just forget my ignorance if it's different. Then he lied and said that he was registered for college studying nursing. He probably was, actually, Miss Pat. But the point is, when all is said and done, it boils down to two things. He had no business being there.
At
Okay?
all.
As I will talk about Sunday on my show, it simply boils down to that one old folk saying, never trouble trouble unless trouble troubles you.
And then my thing on that, and in all of this, how is it possible that in any way, shape, or form his mother wasn't charged with nothing?
That's the part that really bothers me. If
Because
anything, I say
she's
he's
transporting
and he
what you call a gun? What you call a gun?
AR-15. It's an
Right.
assault rifle.
She's taking this gun across fucking city lines. That's a charge.
He's right.
And then
Across
and then
state lines.
and then people wonder why some people just sit back and y'all people, y'all know I'm gonna be real about this. I'm being my true unapologetic self. But then you want us to sit around and try to make us that believe that this motherfucking country ain't black and white. Kiss my entire non-existent.
Now, see, here's where I disagree with you. This is not a black-white issue this particular time. I'm gonna tell
Well,
you.
to me it is because you know what? If there was a 17-year-old black boy, he wouldn't have went to a juvenile detention center. His ass would have went to jail with them fucking big ass men. Plain and simple.
No, that's where you're wrong, brother. He would not even have been on trial because he would have been already 6 feet deep. Do you remember the part where the young man walked past the police with the AR-15 after the incident? No black
Mhm.
man would have been able to do that. That
Right.
would have been shot on sight.
Right, and that's why I'm saying in a roundabout way that this shit is black and white because why would you shoot a black boy for walking around with an AK-17 and a white boy can walk around with the same gun? He could shoot the people come right fucking past you and walk past you, and you don't even
Go home and
right
put
and go
himself
home.
in the next day, only to
Right,
end find himself at home not guilty of all charges with a surplus of money to utilize for whatever, because millions of dollars were donated to his defense. Let us be outraged about that part, because I can promise you where some of that money came from.
and let us also be outraged that they were showing pictures of him and a damn judge watching films or something together. I don't know what if I saw something, but him and the judge was doing. I'm like, why would you and the judge be
The judge on that case was clearly biased. You cannot tell me no different.
I'm sorry, they can't.
When they dug into his past, they talked about certain things he dealt with in terms of racist issues in the past. Again, I can't call this necessarily a racist trial because remember, the people he killed were white like himself. Granted, it was at a rally for Jacob Blake, who was black, a whole nother story. But the bottom line is, I kind of look at it as the jury and the judge and the system. It scored an L today, but it's an L that has often scored. There will
Yeah.
be others who will get away with murder. Meanwhile, we go back to yesterday and the young man who was given clemency so that he would not be electrocuted by lethal injection still is required to stay in jail for the rest of his life, though evidence proves, or at least points toward him not being involved in the crime whatsoever and be actually innocent of said crime. But
Mm-hmm.
yet now he has no leg to stand on because he is no longer even up for parole.
Wow.
But
And
my
you
whole
know,
thing
and
is,
you know what,
we
and the
got to
sad
look
part
at it
about
like
this,
this. Right now, Kyle Rittenhouse is free, and we need to leave him alone. Because remember, there was a trial years ago, people. Orenthal J. Simpson. You and I both know that man was guilty as the day is long. But did he not walk free? Is he not free now? That will be the example that everybody will point to when it all comes up in the next days and weeks. Well, they let OJ off. Why y'all not mad about that? Justice is not completely fair. It is a broken system, and we need to fix it. And remember, how do we fix that? We fix it by dealing with the people that appoint the judges. Who appoints the judges? The people that we appoint to appoint the judges. How do we appoint those people? By voting. Are we voting right now in the numbers that we need to get things done? No. No, we're not. And part of what comes with voting, what is that? Jury selection. So if you are not a registered voter, you are not required to be in the jury selection pool. So then when somebody comes and chooses you a crime and you want to be tried by a jury of your peers, guess what? Most of your peers didn't vote. So now you're stuck with what's left in the jury pool. Good luck.
so can the state come back and try him on something else, or it's just a done deal?
He free. He free. And even the president in his comments was like, the jury made their choice. It is what it is. Because you gotta leave it like that because if you question the whole legitimacy of trials, period, that goes both ways. Remember, there's another big trial going on right now. And in the end, there are going to be people that's going to be mad that the people that are convicted of Ahmaud Arbery's murder is convicted. Some people feel just like they feel in this Rittenhouse case. They was just defending themselves. They shouldn't be tried for murder. They should be free. That was that dude's fault. And then
And,
there's
and,
those
and,
stupid
and you know
people
what?
that look at it like, well, he
I
black
understand.
anyway.
Right, I understand that, and that's a valid case. But you can't tell me you're defending yourself if you're coming from a whole motherfucking state or city over to come to this place. How the hell are you defending yourself?
Bottom line, bro, is wrong, but I understand how they got it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I mean, I'm not debating that. Am I mad as hell? Yeah. But I'm also one of them people that's mad as hell. But I'm also one of them people that every chance I get, and there comes the time to put a ballot in the fucking election box, I'm that nigga that's putting that ballot in that election box because I know certain things in the court system. If it's gonna be done by the ballot box, period.
Bottom line is Detroit, Michigan, 19% of all registered voters have voted. A little bit over 35% of all people eligible for the vaccine have taken the vaccine. And then you wonder why they do us the way they do us, and it works out the way it works out. We got
That's
issues,
just like
people, but bottom
that's
line
just
is the system is broken, and our ways to fix it, we're not utilizing. So what can we do?
at all. And just like I told people, I said, you know what? After what happened here in Baltimore earlier this week, that a wonderful 69-year-old lady lost her life in church. Ask yourself the question: is it even safe to go to church anymore?
Is it safe to go anywhere anymore?
Anywhere, period. And my thing to that is we as people, okay, what color you are? White, black, blue, green, orange, or yellow. You need to be aware of your surroundings morning, noon, and night. Because a lot of people, only time they pay attention to their surroundings is at night. You need to pay attention to your surroundings 24 hours. Every time you step out your door, you need to pay attention to your surroundings. Period.
Bottom line, when I come out my room to go to the bathroom in the morning, I'm looking at that front door to see if it's been open, to see if
Right,
anything is moved. But I'm some when I wake up in the morning and I look around the room, I'm looking to see if everything's the way I left it.
right,
You can't
right,
do
right.
nothing nowadays.
And
There was a,
unfortunately,
there
and
was a
even if
young
we,
lady here in Ferndale. She went to school and did her usual routine, went to put gas in the car. She gets kidnapped, drugged, raped, taken to another location, made to smoke marijuana, raped again by the man and his supposed girlfriend. And all she was doing was going to school. 15 years old. The mother found where she was because she had the GPS on her phone and then goes to the place to find that the people are there and there's her daughter's car and the people
mhm.
that kidnapped her daughter sitting in her daughter's car. They proceed to beat her and to take the daughter somewhere else. This is America, folks. Ferndale is not Detroit. It is a suburb of Detroit. You're supposed to be safe in the suburbs, right?
That's what they say. But then again, I just my thing is, and this is I've been saying this for years, and I may be wrong. I'm known to be wrong. Out of all the places in America, the suburbs cover up more shit than any other community in America. They cover up like we know, for instance. I mean, I'll use this example. I know, for instance, that most of the children that live in the suburbs, they go to drug rehabs in the county, so people in the suburbs won't know what the fuck is going on with their child, or they'll send their child to another whole state.
There is a school out in Bloomfield Hills, one of the richest counties in Michigan. They are currently going through litigation because last week they had two situations where people went into the women's bathroom and found racial slurs. All niggas must die, things of
Wow,
that nature. They're
wow.
now in litigation because after the little meeting they had to kind of resolve the issue, it didn't really deal with it the way it needed to be dealt with. So now they have pulled out a $25 million lawsuit against the school district.
Wow.
Because right now, here we are in America in a school district where if you can afford to send your child to that school because you live in Bloomfield Hills, your child should feel safer than anywhere else on the planet. But yet you dealing with the same issues you would deal with in a Detroit public school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Well,
mean, I
actually,
don't know. I don't know. Miss Pat, and Tommy could probably remember. I remember here in Baltimore City School, a female student punched the shit out of a woman teacher,
mm,
and she was like, "You know what? Maybe that's my time to retire." But I'm like, "You're not safe in church. Your children not safe going to school. Your children not safe going to the playground. Your children not safe going to McDonald's." But you know what? At the end of the day, we as parents, maybe we need to go back, and maybe the children may think we overbearing, but maybe we need to start taking our children to school. Maybe we need to start picking our children up from school.
and there's more of us that's actually doing that H2, to be honest. It's
Right.
not as many people just letting their child go on the bus or whatnot. Hell, the child had her own car so she could take herself to school and still got dealt with in that way.
So do you think these people may have been um um
The answer
following
is yes.
her?
They've actually been monitoring her movements. Ain't no doubt in my mind. And they waited
Right,
for an opportune time for her to be at the right place at the wrong time and took advantage. Absolutely.
right.
Crazy part
And she
is, of course, they found the people because after they went and raped her again, brought her back to his house where the police was waiting on him. And of course, now they are there in jail and have admitted to the entire thing. They literally showed her
wow.
arraignment. He's like, yeah, he has said this is it. He's sitting there like, yep, I did it. I'm nasty as shit. It's ridiculous.
And you know what? I want you to talk on this for a second, little boy, because this one right here, where my good friend say. The mayor is sitting on his ass on the violence involved. And you know what? Let me say this. I'm gonna say this, and brother, I want you to give me your first. I want all of y'all to realize one thing. The mayor can only do but so much. All the shit he do has to come through the city council. Stop thinking that the mayor has the final say on everything, because he don't. Stop saying that. That's not fact. That's all fucking fiction. Even down to the president, he only can do unless he used an executive order and override the bullshit that they're trying to throw to him. It's a process. City council vote, and if they pass it, then it's up to the mayor to decide whether or not he's gonna pass this or not pass it. So, and y'all,
This
and
is
that
why
goes.
we're in a situation here in Michigan now. Understand, here I am sitting here in Detroit, Michigan, home of the worst COVID cases in the country right now. And the governor is basically half powerless to do anything because when she tried to do something, guess what? They took half her power away and tried to kill her ass. So here you
And
are,
that was
you
and
are.
that was and what that was during the election time, wasn't it? When they tried all of this coup and all that kind of crazy
So now,
shit.
of course, there's like, well, should you come out with the mask mandate? I'll leave that to the township. She basically is this right now. Y'all on your own. And I'm not mad at her for that. And the idea was,
Because
like I said, if she could have taken a job with Mr. Biden, she should have and got the hell out of Dodge. But
yeah,
understand, Tommy, you are saying the same things that people here in Detroit are saying about our mayor, that people in Chicago most definitely saying about their mayor, and any other major city you could think of. It is not the mayor's sole responsibility to stop crime. That is why he hires somebody called the police chief. And the police chief hires that person and that person and that person. Get on their ass about doing a job, but understand it's only half of the problem. The other half is, guess what? When these people are committing the crimes and we see them do it, stop saying no snitching. Snitching gets stitching. Tell on they punk ass. Let them know that, yeah, they fucking
let
up
me
my
tell you
community.
something, homie.
I'm not gonna take it no more.
And let me tell you something. And this is sad, and I'm gonna say it. And I know Tommy and Miss Pat could admit to it. I don't know what, and you can expound on, because I know for a fact Baltimore City has the worst fucking witness protection program that I've ever seen in my fucking life. You take your witnesses and put them at a goddamn Motel 6 in Baltimore County. What the fuck is that gonna do?
It's
And then,
sad
and
that we
like,
have to do. I mean, bottom line, the damn criminals is running this bitch. They running all these cities right now. That is why it is the way it is. That is why crime is up more than any time than in the history of our country. That is why we are killing more people in the five largest cities in America than most countries are killing in wars that they are having. Do you understand what that means? There are countries that have been in wars, civil wars for years. There are cities that are killing twice as many people in 1 year that they have killed in 10 and 20. It's ridiculous.
yeah, I don't, my thing is this. When they, and urge you old enough because you was there, when they first came out with that video, motherfuckers stopped running their mouths, wasn't saying shit. They could sit right next to somebody and see that motherfucker head get blown off and ain't gonna say shit. But when it comes to somebody in their family, they look at it differently. Oh, I wish somebody would tell. Nigga, you ain't tell when you saw what the fuck you saw. So what makes you think people are gonna tell because it's your family member all of a sudden? Now everybody's supposed to be woo woo woo. I know something woo woo woo. Just like I told them, yes, the governor here gave $100,000 reward, and everybody's not paying attention to the fine print. He gave $100,000 reward to somebody who can give them information leading to an arrest and a conviction. If that person not convicted, your ass ain't getting shit.
Nope. And more than likely, that person won't be convicted because in order to do that, you have to find witnesses to verify the story. And if nobody's wanting to verify the story, guess what? S
And then you ha- and then you have to worry about that wonderful old thing called witness intimidation. People are like, no, I'm scared. Like Miss Pat said, um, her cousin was supposed to have been in the program, and her cousin got killed. So then you
exactly.
sit there and think, so how is it beneficial to me to bring forth this information, and I can be sure that the safety of me and my family, Miss Pat, let's talk about it. The safety of me and my family is okay. The Dawson family. the safety of their family wasn't okay because they do a Molotov cocktail and they killed every motherfucking body in the house. Just because this family said that we are tired of these drugs being around our kids. And as a parent, you have the right.
Right.
They do a Molotov cocktail in the house and killed when I say everybody, everybody.
And,
And to be honest, and
and like
I,
I said, it's just right now we are not solving the issues that we really need to solve.
at
We're not
all.
sitting here playing political games with one another. Hell, we spending 8.5 hours talking about what's wrong with a bill, or we're not talking about what's wrong with the place where you work at and how you are part of the problem, sir. We are doing things with these bills to fix and help our people, but yet because you, the Republicans, didn't come up with it, oh no, I can't vote for that. No, that'd be wrong. Because then they'll have to say, well, it was the Democrats that made it happen, so why should we vote for you guys?
Right, right,
But
right.
are there not people who are Republicans that want free health care and leave of absence from work and all of that type of stuff, reduce costs of drug? I know it is. The game's got to stop. The way that we run this country is broken. And we
And
really need
this
to do something to start to truly fix it. Because now we're going backwards, not forwards.
keyword statement right there. And I need
We
all,
need
and
to
we
know all our local laws and then
right.
the state laws. Because those are the ones that are leading to part of the problems that we're facing.
Those
Understand
are
it.
those are the ones that the defense lawyers and everybody is finding the damn loophole in.
Right. For
Because
example, like I said, he was allowed to pick the 12 members that were going to be in his jury. That is not legal here in Michigan. Okay. They talked about that on the news today. Who does that? Who
it's
allows
not legal.
that? He
It's
might
not
as well
legal
be
here
like,
either.
okay, you like me? Okay, yeah, you could be on my jury. You like me? It might as well have been that.
Yeah, I mean because here in Maryland, that's your attorney's job to pick the jurors, not. I mean, I know that the defendant is going, whisper in the judge's ear. I mean, his lawyer is this is good, but this person just had the right to pick his jury straight out. No ifs and the buts about it.
And yeah, I understand, Miss Pat. I got to be working at 7 myself. I hear you.
Now we're not gonna sell them. Now one thing I wanted to ask your opinion, and I'm gonna say my piece, and I know y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy. What is your opinion on these versus battle? Because honey, the battle they had last night, I heard people say Shaka Khan was high and Stephanie Mills must have been drunk. I was like, but y'all are paying for this shit.
I don't care. I've seen very few of these battles. They don't affect me one way or another. It's kind of a back down memory lane type scenario. The A lot of the beefs are like generated for the point of watching it. It might as well be American Idol to me, and I don't watch it no more. So I could care less.
Right. And that's a very valid point, Tommy. Look up judges and see what
Right.
they're working.
And you are the exception, not the rule. Most people, they vote by name recognition or they don't vote at all. So
Yeah.
as you get to that ballot and you see Mr. Jackson, Judge Jackson, and you've seen 20 Judge Jackson signs sitting around your neighborhood that had handed you the little slip that said vote for Judge Jackson on the way to the ballot booth, more than likely you're going to vote for Judge Jackson. Not
Mhm.
knowing Judge Jackson might have been the same person that sent your cousin to jail.
Right. Now this is the thing. I got to get to this one before my brother leaves because he got an early day ahead of him tomorrow. There's two things I wanted to talk about. I really want to talk about this one, and I'll let my brother expound upon it a little deeper. Are you family dependent?
Here's the thing. I'm glad you brought up this one. Now, there's family dependent and then there's dumb. Okay? Family dependent and dumb.
Hmm.
First of all, in an ideal world, you do have to understand as an adult, you are required to do certain things for your own well being. However, if you have enablers, people in your family that say, hey, give yourself a little time before you get out there in the world. That's one thing. That's you having your family help you out till you get better situated. That's just like
Right.
when you come home from college
and you get your degree, you don't just automatically that next day go get you a house and go get a. It don't work that way. You need time to go find the right job and find a place to stay and all of that. And most parents nowadays they understand that, so they give you a little leeway. But then there are those, they are the enablers. They let you get away with murder, basically. They basically say, okay, I understand, son, you 35 and you barely working. But yeah, you go on and stay down in the basement because we love having you here, even though all you really do is eat up our resources and cost us more money by using our water, our gas, our light for that stupid game, so on and so forth. There is that part of the problem. Now, the other thing is this: you have to understand once you become family dependent to that degree, and you then choose to have other family, and then expect your family to take care of all of y'all, that's where I draw the line. And I know you feel me on this one, bro. I know you feel me.
Hell yeah. Say it again. Hell to the yeah.
How you gonna be at your mom and them house with your whole family living there, not paying no bills, not contributing to the household, probably get more money from subsidies and government funds than your family do, and it's only benefiting you,
And you selling your damn food stamps.
right? And you getting the money for the child care, and you not helping pay no light bill, no gas bill, no water bill. You not giving your mama no daddy no money. Thanks for looking out. You ain't even buying them no stuff for Christmas. Well, I gotta take care of my family. How you take care of your family and y'all under my roof? You sound dumb as shit.
You really do. And parents, like Tommy said, brother, we talked about this a long time ago. Parents, get to the point where you try to spend more time being your stop spending so much time being your children's damn friend than you are their parent. Because
And
I know sometimes we get in a space when we don't have the money to afford this and afford that. But even if you don't, you still can do something. You can take your food stamps and provide food for everybody in the house. You can help clean up. I mean, some people just sit there and they do nothing. And and then I was telling you the other day, yesterday, brother, about family dependent. How you gonna be so family dependent that they paying all your money? You don't even know who's the finance company that's paying your fucking car payment.
I mean,
You don't know, right?
right. I go back to the story I was telling you the other day too about Zanique, Ti and Tiny's daughter, where
Mm-hmm.
basically here she is in this nice size house, been living there for months, ain't paid none of the bills. Just assume that somebody was doing that for her. And now the house is under foreclosure because the bills
Wow,
ain't been paid. You
wow.
an adult. You almost 25. How you not know if you got a house that somebody is supposed to pay your bills?
Right, and my thing is, and even down to that, my thing to that is, even if you're not paying them, you should have knowledge of who would get. You should be able to see the records, and you should be able to pull up a sheet and say this was paid here, 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 here. You don't have any knowledge because as far as you know, this person could tell you they paying your bills and they ain't paying shit.
Exactly.
But you gave them total control. I mean, I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind somebody if I had somebody to pay my bills for me, like if I gave you my money, paid my bills or whatever. That's fine. But in doing that, you're gonna say to me, bro, I pay ANC for your gas and electric. I pay such and such mortgage per person for your car or whatever. You don't know any of that.
Right. Understand, as a person who is a person that's constantly on the road, an athlete, anything like that, yeah, you may want to have a business manager in that way because hell, you're not home when they mail the bills. So you don't know
Right,
when they came in, you don't know when they're doing all that. You busy working on what you're working on. So I
right,
get that much of it, but in the same token, it's still on you to be like, hey, did you pay my car note? Hey, did you pay my house off? Hey, how
right.
much you on this and that? Hey,
Hey,
where's
did
my
I pay my
money
cell phone
going?
bill?
All
If your cell phone get cut off, and y'all get mad, if your cell phone get cut off, why would you ask the dumbass question? Did you pay my cell phone bill? Apparently, I didn't. Your fucking phone ain't on.
uh,
Apparently, they ain't been paying your rent. Excuse my language, bitch, because you got a foreclosure note.
that part.
That remind me of long, way back in the day when black people got into entertainment, how they were robbed by their managers because you get boom, 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 but shit ain't nothing getting paid. You
Right.
getting paid though. You get paid. You get your managers fee. You get your lawyers fee every month. But now I'm sitting here looking dumb because I even if I do get the money, who do I pay my mortgage to?
Right. Here you are, you got the number one song in the country, and you barely got $50 in your pocket. Meanwhile,
Right.
everybody else around you eating and got a new ride, so on and so forth.
But I'm like, would you? And I know you wouldn't, but who would, regardless of how slow you are or whatever, who would? No, I'm not gonna say that because then I'll get in trouble. But who the fuck would give somebody that much control over them and you don't know anything about it?
Because you're more concerned about being famous than you is about being properly taken care of.
Right? Are you
And
more
where
worried about making?
you
Are
don't
you
put
more
you on the
worried about
radio,
making?
everybody will know your name. You'll be famous. Where do I sign?
Listen, let me tell you something. I put a thing on Facebook today that blew my mind, and it was so real. And it simply said, the thing that makes betrayal the worst is most of the time when we are betrayed, it's not even by we're not even betrayed, but betrayed by our enemies. We get betrayed by family, friends, close friends, or whatever. And we just, we as people in general, white, black, blue, green, orange, purple, we need to be a whole lot more vigilant about things that are concerning us and our family and our communities. Period.
Because here it
Because
is, we the first ones to yell out, they doing us wrong. Not realizing that one of the reasons why they doing us wrong is because we saying, hey, go ahead, do what's wrong. The other part is that, hey, while they doing us wrong, we doing each other wrong.
say that again.
While they doing us wrong, we doing each other wrong.
Just like back in the day when
Look
everybody was on the Black
at
Lives
some of
Matter
our
thing.
communities where the Hispanics and the Arabics and all that stay. They are more tight knit. They understand that they have power in numbers. And if they work together, they can have a bigger share of the pie that is America. Only us stupid folks, us niggers, don't understand that for what it is.
And then sometimes we sit back and try to understand and come to an understanding of, well, how did these Latinos, blah 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 blah. They was here for 2 years now. All of them got individual house just because that whole 2 years they was there. They were living together. They was paying for that 500 that 6 bedroom house, and there's 12 people living in there. Everybody doing their money, which enabled them to go out and buy another house, so the 12 people can turn to 6 people. Then they do their money into that, and then that turned from 6 people to just one family with a mother, father, and 3 children. We don't do that.
And they made their money and they stacked their money and they invested their money back into their own communities. As opposed to saying, oh, as soon as I get some money, I'm off this beach. Yeah, I didn't hit the lottery. Yeah, I'm out of Detroit. I'm moving out to Bloomfield Hills.
And then we
Even
get
though
upset and be like, and then we get upset, well, damn, just get and you got a Silverado 2021. Okay. And
mm,
your point is what?
right. And then
Oh, they come
meanwhile,
over here and get everything. Them Africans come.
but see, then the other part is, so let's just say you are one of those few people that said, okay, I'm gonna stay in the hood and invest in the hood, and then of course be like, oh yeah, they got money over there. Soon as they leave the crib, we robbing that bad boy. We ain't trying to see them come up, and we ain't come up. Damn that.
You know what? I've
Like,
been this
we are
way
our
all
worst
of my
enemy. I
life.
said that many a day on many a show. Oftentimes, we are our own worst enemy.
This is a question I have for you, and I know we've talked about this in the past. Why are parents allowing their little boys and little girls to wrestle and play with grown fucking men? Not cute.
In 2021, no less. No.
Not cute. There's no way that a little child should come up to you and start. No, that's not. First of all, why the fuck are you around me and there's 7 other adults out here? Why are you here?
Boundaries, people. Boundaries. We are losing them. That goes back to our old discussion that we always have in the network about the village. The concept of the village is gone. The rules and understandings of the village is dying. That is part of that issue. We should not have situations where you see grown people congregating with young people. I should not
at all.
see people walking down the street rolling up blunts like adults have shown them how to do. I should not see young people drinking alcoholic beverages
At
like they
all.
learn how to do from adults. But yet it's happened. I witnessed it firsthand. These kids already in a rush to grow up, but then we are giving them the means to do so.
Right. Why is your damn 7 year old daughter going to school with 26-inch tracks and fucking nails and lip gloss? She's 7. Let children be children for as long as they can, because once they come up become adults, there's no turning back, bitch. I'm trying to tell you.
And
Whether
them
you act like an adult or not, whether you act like an adult or not, you're gonna be held accountable because you are an adult.
unless of
I say I'm
course you
like,
Charles Rittenhauer's mom, then I guess you ain't accountable for it.
and then you know what me, bro. You know me. I'm very, because of who I am and because of my, I'm not gonna say my lifestyle, because of my life. I'm very careful about little children being around me. Because the last thing I fucking need is one. Well, no, the fuck I didn't, bitch. Because you wasn't even in my house. I don't
Don't
do
you
all that. I'm
understand?
not gonna have you in my house without your damn mother or your father here. Period. Sorry. No
Don't you
disrespect to
understand
nobody.
that a man who lives by himself that's over 50 and has no children, that is one of my bigger concerns. That someone will basically categorize me as a pedophile based on the fact that he ain't around no kids, but yet he go this kid like, hey, it's to a point where it's like, okay, yeah, I know these kids, they live down the street, but no, I ain't even gonna say hey to them. I don't even want people thinking that that's what I'm
Right. And that's sad because, you know what, Eva, when we was growing up, like you said, back to the village, bitch. If you did something wrong, Miss Bessie would slap the shit out you, send you home. Your mother would beat your ass, your grandmother would beat your ass, and then at the end of all of that, they would say, "Now wait till your father get home."
And then when Thanksgiving came and people found out what you did, you gonna get trolled around the whole family. Like, I heard what you did, boy. Why you do that? You know you ain't supposed to do that, boy.
Right.
I get my damn self.
Oh, back in ad day when Thanksgiving came around, there was a children's table, there was an adult table. Most places, I don't know about nobody else, but where I came up, the children always got fed first, and then the adults. Or let me say it like this: the elders members of the families, the grandmothers and the children, they got fed first, and then the adults. The children never sat at the same damn table with adults, because most of the time during Thanksgiving, family members sitting at the table drinking liquor, playing cards, or whatever. And I'm like, when does the buck stop, and when are we gonna sit up and say you are a child? Period.
That's because we too busy trying to be our kids' friends nowadays. We all want to be cool. We all want to be on TikTok together.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Case in point, person outside, blah 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 blah. Um, you drinking, you smoking. And another thing, stop letting your little girls wear these tight ass pants. They are a fucking child. You know pedophiles are out there. What the fuck are you doing? Your little daughter pants so damn tight. You think her pants are her damn skin? You think do you think that's cute?
My whole thing is, why they even selling such shit?
And you know what I say to that? Guess what? Just because they make it don't mean you should buy.
That part right there.
Cause I was at the bus stop coming home because I had that little incident with my phone today, which actually that incident with my phone today made me realize, and I'm telling all y'all this: whatever the fuck, whatever you do, please make sure you get a receipt. I wouldn't pay my phone bill yesterday at 12 o'clock. I woke up 9 o'clock this morning. My fucking phone was off. I'm
Huh?
like, whoa, woman, you told me that you didn't have a receipt. I'm like, okay, but you know what? That taught me from now on, bitch. If I can't get a receipt, you're not getting my money. Plain and simple. That's how that ball's been about.
And hold on. because yeah, I might go into that if I do a show Sunday, but we can get into it right now. People, it's that time of year. Buyer beware, okay? There are people sitting up here right now waiting to plot on you, knowing that most people are now not buying stuff at stores but online. They are waiting to catch you slipping so they can drain your accounts and make their own Christmas. If you are not going to a verifiable source, if you do not have credit cards that can be checked and give you alerts when people buy stuff off of them, I do not feel it is in your best interest to use them online. I'm sitting here right now looking at the StreamYard. It says HTTPS, which means this is a secure line. If yours just says HTTP, don't you buy nothing from that. If you look on
Right,
it, you don't see that little lock, and the lock is locked, and it says secured. Don't buy nothing
right,
from there. AG Mine,
right.
what's going on?
Right, that part right there, and that's something that a lot of people don't know. You can look at these things and tell, and between you and Amy, because y'all told us this so well, and there's certain things that you can look for to let you know. If you, like Eric said, if you don't see that little thing with that lock on it and the lock is locked, then 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times, that's not a secure link. Period.
No, it is not.
You
Understand
know,
there are
so
people they waiting on you. When you go to the mall, like he said earlier, be aware of your surroundings.
please,
Be
please,
aware of where you park at.
please.
Be sure that when you get out the store and you are walking towards your car, nobody's following you either with their eyes or with their car. Hell, try not to go by yourself if possible. Have
And
multiple eyes on the case.
you have to be creative. Don't keep your money in your wallet. Put the bitch in your bra. Don't keep your money in your pocket. Put the bitch in your sock. Whatever. And it's sad, but you have to be creative to protect you.
Exactly. And this
I
is
can remember.
what you need. If you don't need to bring cash, don't take cash. If you only need to
Oh,
take one credit card, just bring the one credit card. Don't bring everything you own with you.
it's not. I.e. Prime example. You remember when my shit was stolen? Everything was in my bag. My ID, my disability ID, my social security card, my driver's license, my disability, everything was in there. So now I move differently.
Read that. Read that, please.
Yeah. And please, and especially anytime and every time, but especially at night.
Especially at night.
Those earbuds, don't even listen to your music. You're not in that much of need of hearing music that you're literally, unbeknownst to you, putting your life in danger because you wanna listen to music on your damn phone.
Stop carrying your social security on your person unless you need it for something. Agreed.
And Tommy, I am a prime example of that. And the only reason why my stuff was in my wallet was because that same day I was going to energy assistance and I needed my social security card. Because some places they don't take copies, which I
Nope.
don't understand because they'll make a copy of your information, but they won't take a copy.
Right. Knowing that you are the only person on planet Earth that's supposed to have that number. So
That
it's
number,
not like they can't verify the shit.
right? That's your calling card. That everything about you comes and comes through your social security. Because like I tell people, and I think I can be held for this. I'm learning now how, unless it's certain people, I'm learning now how to turn my location off on my phone because everybody don't need to know where the fuck I am.
True.
And unbeknownst to us, maybe through Facebook, maybe through any of these sites, if you got your location on, as long as they got your number or got your Facebook friend, they know where the fuck you are.
And say that especially for the people in the back that's so worried about taking the vaccine because there may be a chip in there where they can track you with your dumb ass. If you believe
Child,
that, you a dumbass. I said it.
child, this country has given out more goddamn flu shots than the law allowed. Bitch, if they wanted to give a chip to your ass, they had 100. You go there every year and get a flu shot. You got, far as you know, but they could have the damn chick with
Chill.
when they draw you that
chip, TV chip, computer chip,
smartphones, chip, smart
all
TV,
that.
chips. Bitch, they got smart TVs now where motherfuckers can get into your TV and watch what the fuck you doing through the camera on your TV.
Exactly. Do you not know this stuff, people?
Girl, yeah, look. And like I said, I'm grateful for my little brother right here because y'all don't know this, but I'm gonna tell you this. We talk about everything. This
Exactly. Exactly. Credit card chip.
my point
Correct.
exactly.
Correct.
My point exactly. Because now they're getting to the point, depending on who you are, they even have these fucking prepaid cards with chips.
Yep. I
So
do.
come on, y'all come up with the dumbest goddamn reasons for not doing
Oh,
something.
and speaking of things that I need y'all not to do, since we talking about holiday safety, if you leaving for the holidays, don't post them pictures till when you get your ass back home. Don't let people know you out of town. Hello, they waiting on that. Especially like, yep, we here in such and such till Monday. Oh, now we know how much time we got to get it set up to take your shit.
Guess what? Prime example. Y'all want me to use a movie reference? Home Alone. The man faked as a police officer walked in the house. So your family is leaving for the week? Oh yeah, we're going to such and such. Blah blah. Shut the fuck up. You just told these goddamn people where you going, how long. Oh, we know that's you, girl. We know you the
They just know
natural
that
woman
shit
because
to do.
I'm the natural hi. You know, so a prime example, that movie, I watched that movie the other night. I said, oh my God, people are real. And then, back in the day, if we was going somewhere, we had the neighbor making sure they was collecting our mail and we had lights that came on at a certain time and went off at a certain time. Don't nobody do that no more. Leave the house dark as shit and you really think that
Yep, that's right.
what happened?
That's how Paris Hilton got robbed because they knew she was out of town.
Right. I'm like,
The athletes got robbed last week because he was off playing ball and they knew he was out of town. It happened this week to somebody. I forget who it was. They got
wow.
robbed because they knew they was out of town.
Wow. And like we said, little things that we don't do is the things that's gonna make somebody rob the hell out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then unfortunately, most of and it's fact, it's not fake. Most of us don't have alarm systems in our fucking house because we can't fucking afford them. But even if you don't have that, guess what? Let me give you a little secret. There's little things that you can go to Home Depot and put on your window. And if
Mm-hmm.
anybody lift up your window, that motherfucking thing is gonna scream so motherfucking loud, bitch. So there are things outside of getting ADT and APT or what that you can actually do to secure your damn house.
Yes, please go there as well. Natural. Stop posting your gifts. Absolutely.
And then y'all post them 2 and 3 days before Christmas. Bitch, girl, if you gonna post it after Christmas. You don't post it all the really bitch. The Grinch stole Christmas. Bitch, they Grinching your ass. They want to see that shit and they're gonna take this and take this and take that. But you just gave them a free invite.
Have a friend you can trust there a day or two. Yeah, I said, if you have somebody to watch your house, absolutely. I understand this day and age, we don't know our neighbors like we should. But if you do have that neighbor that you trust, yeah, let them know. Yeah, I'm going out for a couple of days. Please watch the house for me. Let me
And
know.
even and guess what? That even if it's not even necessary neighbor, you have a friend that you close to, and they have a car and they can do it. You need somebody to watch your house. And the simple fact is, y'all don't think about it. You need somebody to watch your house to make your house feel as though that it's running the same way that it's run, like you're still there.
Mm-hmm.
I come past your house and you got 7 newspapers outside. Why you got 7 newspapers outside? Why your mailbox got all this? Oh, bitch, you're not home.
Yeah.
And you took your dog with you. Oh, bitch, we real good now, boo.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you do have an alarm, by the time the fucking police get here in Baltimore City, bitch, we gone.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch,
Trust
you
me.
give them 10 minutes, honey. That alarm go off. It got to go to ADT, then ADT got to transfer it to the local police. By the time you do all that, bitch, we gone. We got
We
you.
at least emptied out the living room by then.
Hello. So and we're saying this because, and when we say this to be careful around this time of the year, we're also telling you be careful. Period. Like
Yes.
Tommy said, stop walking up and down the street with your goddamn earbuds in, talking on the phone. One thing I do, and I told y'all, people thought I was crazy. They was like, well, because back in the day I used to do crazy shit. I would, go out late at night. Bitch, why you on live at 11 o'clock at night? Bitch, so you can see where the fuck I am in case if anything go the fuck down. You can say,
Right.
oh, Helena was on the corner of Edmondson and Calhoun, or Edmondson and whatever. Okay. You have to, I don't, at night, even when I'm on a bus, I don't talk on my phone. If my phone ring, I'm not going to answer it. I'm not even going to take time to hit that little button, say, can't talk, text me later. I'm not doing none of that.
Bro, I'm gonna put it to you like this. It's nighttime now. This time of night, where am I usually?
Home,
And if I'm not gonna be home this time of night, what do I usually do?
be working.
And if I'm working late, what I'm usually doing?
Well, if you working late, at least I know you working late.
That's my point. Let somebody know when you outside of your pattern, okay? So that if in the event they come looking for you and it's like, oh no, he usually home by now. Something ain't
Right.
right. Trust and believe. Like I tell all my people, if I ain't checked in with you in the last 48 or 72 hours, one of my main friends, present company included, be concerned. Something ain't right.
Well,
Something
look,
ain't
my
right.
thing is this.
If you ain't seen me on
My thing
social
is this.
media, if I ain't called you physically, something ain't right. Check on my ass.
Well, I can't speak for nobody else. I'm a little different. You got 12 hours to not let me see you on social media calling me or whatever. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I'm busy. I can't talk. Oh, we good. You what? Some people no, but when it come down to me and you, I'll give you an answer. 12-hour grace period. That's about as much as I'm gonna give you. And I may not have to call you because I'll see you on social media or whatever the case may be. But if we're within 12 hours, I don't see any kind of activity from you. Houston, there is a motherfucking problem because we ready to scrap this space shuttle.
And trust and believe. I'm telling you that now. If ain't nobody heard from me in 24 to 48 hours, something wrong went down.
Trust me. Trust me. There's no way possible because within 24 hours, if you haven't seen my little brother on Bigo, you haven't seen my little brother on that Pacosha or whatever the hell it is, or you haven't seen my little brother on Facebook, then there's a problem.
Absolutely.
There's a real problem.
And same as you, because remember, when you are people and you live alone or you only live with one person and they is not known to be very sociable, so you don't know if they home or not, you have to have these things set up ahead of time. Yes,
You have
indeed.
to. And the thing we have to realize is, unfortunately, and I'm gonna keep it real, and y'all can say what the fuck you want to say. Unfortunately, we arrive to these conclusions when the shit is way too motherfucking late. We need to get to these conclusions now. You need to start looking out for you now. I
You
mean,
know when
now
we
people
talk
say,
about, you know how we talk about how things are missing from our culture, and I'm talking about our culture. One of the things that we are missing from our culture, the family meeting. You as a family should meet at least once a week or every other week and discuss what y'all need to discuss, whatever that may be. If it needs to be discussions about what to do in case of a fire, if something happened in terms of our money, we need to have that discussion. If something happened in the family with a member and we all need to discuss it as a family, we need to start having more family meetings.
and
Period.
listen, and listen, y'all. Let me tell you something. And we do. And let's keep it real. We keep it R to the E to the A to the motherfucking L. Bitch, if you know cousin Jimmy is a crackhead, don't tell him that you going out of town, you dumbass.
And tell the kids, don't let him know we going out of town. You know, cousin Jimmy arrived this beach. And then you
And,
get back to the PlayStation, it's gone.
and probably will bring some of the shit back to you and try to sell it to you. Because he done robbed so many damn family members, he done forgot who the fuck he got this PlayStation 5 from. So he going, bitch, how you gonna sell me my own shit back? The fuck is wrong with you?
That's like that comedy special with Tracy Morgan. Like, how you gonna steal my Game Boy and then try to help me find it?
Right?
I had to eliminate myself as one of the possible things.
Child, let me tell you something. You know, I've learned over the years. You know that motherfucker that's in such a hurry to help you find that bitch. That motherfucker may be suspect. I'm trying to tell you.
Mm,
I thank I thank God. And this is the last thing we're gonna talk about at eBuck. I want your opinion on this. When will, for male and female, when will pants sagging stop, or will it ever stop?
that's a good question. Because we've been having that discussion for years now.
Right.
See, my whole thing is how are you comfortable walking like that? I know you feel the breeze going down the crack of your ass, you dummy.
And then you wonder why, when you try to run from the police, you trip up over your own goddamn
I
pants, you
understand.
dumbass.
The only people you see do that is some of our folks and some of the folks that's trying to be like them folks. You don't see modern day people dressing that way. You don't see, and again, for all y'all dummies that got to have all the big gold chains and all that. Have you ever seen Elon Musk? Have you ever seen Jeff Bezos and how they dress? Do you see them with all that on? And they worth billions and billions of dollars.
And the sad thing about it is, and let's keep it real, I'm gonna say something that's gonna blow everybody's mind. And half you motherfuckers walking around with that shit, you're gonna get killed over fake shit. Them,
Mm-hmm.
you got all motherfucking cubic zirconia around your neck, making motherfucking. They don't know it's cubic zirconia. They just sing motherfucking bling bling, and they coming straight for that ass. And now you got a possibility that you done got robbed or hurt because somebody thought you walking around with some damn bling on, or somebody think you walking around with some real goddamn fronts in your mouth and that shit. And as soon as you take your take your fronts out, your teeth green. Bitch, ain't nothing real about that. You even got to be careful, even in wearing costume jewelry, because motherfuckers are simple out here.
Mm-hmm. Knowing that most of these big dumb chains you see a lot of these rappers wear either ain't 100% real, only half real, or ain't even theirs. They done rented it. So,
And
right.
and they're doing it, and they're doing it as what they call the people. Shit. Like when you look at the Met Ball, a lot of that jewelry and shit that they're wearing, it's on loan. They don't own that
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Them $28 million nexus and whatnot.
Yeah, that shit is on loan. And that's a stylish job to get that shit out there, and people can
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to it. Because actually, saying but the truth, people gonna pay more attention to what Beyonce wearing around her neck than what her lady wear around her neck. They're gonna be more apt to believe that shit Beyonce got around her neck is 100% real.
Hold on. They know what they're doing. Advertising old school gangster sad, but has long a t-shirt and some. I mean, the whole thing is stupid. It really is.
But
And
but
you
but
think about
but
it, it ain't the
but
fashion. It's stupid.
but you are the same person that don't have enough stuff to successfully go for an interview. And I tell y'all know fashion is my thing. Guess what? I'm gonna keep it to you real. A thrift store is your best friend. You go there, you can get yourself a navy blue, cream, or black pair of khakis. Get yourself a white button-down shirt and a tie, and bitch, you there. And they would even let you walk in that interview dressed like that with a pair of tennis shoes on.
Salvation Army Thrift Store.
Store is your friend. Say with
You
me.
can't keep up with the
Salvation
Joneses when the
Army.
Joneses say that, bro. Say that.
You know what? I have a hard enough time keeping up with Helena, and that bitch is a. I don't know why I be talking about Helena. Why the fuck you on the app? But anyway, I'm gonna have to learn not to do that. But anyway, no, I I don't have champagne dreams because you know why? Because I have Pepsi Cola and fucking Mountain Dew money.
Live within your means. Cause yeah, you see what it is. This is what I got.
Right, and you know you're so right. You're so busy this person and that person, but in the middle of all that, your life is a fucking shambles because you're trying to perpetrate, as they used to say back then, you're trying to perpetrate a whammy. For what?
Exactly.
For what? But you know, guys, I know my brother got some things to do. I just those things I just wanted to get off my chest. And like I say, I'm feeling some type of way, you know. and the question has been answered over and over again: are you safe in church anymore? And the answer is hell no.
Bottom line is, we ain't safe nowhere. And the thing is,
And
until we figure out that these problems that we have are problems that we really need to sit down and work on, it's only gonna get worse before it get better. We should not still be dealing with COVID to this degree right now. We've been talking about this on the air for as long as we've been on the air. It's to the point now where some of y'all don't even tune into the shows no more because you know we going there, and you don't want to admit to yourself that that's what it is.
I'm
But it
sorry,
is what
Eva.
it is.
I'm sorry, Eva. Call me what you want, say what you will, but you know what? And I'm saying it today on the 19th of November. If any child of mine was an official member of a gang, excuse my language, bitch, you can't live with me. Sorry. You're my son, you're my daughter, I love you. You a blood, you a crip, you a this, you. It's not beneficial for you to live with me because anything that goes down with that gang, I'm connected to you. Even though I'm not a part of that gang, I'm connected to you. And we all know how the gang life works, bitch. If I can't get you, I'm gonna get the next best thing to you that you love.
Gang people, they live like mobsters live, and that's the mobsters mentality. I'm gonna kill you, your family, and everybody in between.
And then somebody, but I just I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, I needed to. Right, I'm not. And parents, please start paying attention to your children. Like Eric said, them family meetings, sit down and talk to your children. Stop trying. And at the end of the day, you can say what you want to say. All of us, you can lie all the fuck you want. Every time your child leave out that house, you don't always know where the fuck they're going.
Bottom line, and the other lesson for today, outside of being safe wherever you go, you cannot complain about the problem until you become part of the solution.
The problem is you keep on complaining about the problem, but still
I don't hear no words from nobody talking about Kyle shouldn't have got off this, and that, and you ain't never picked up a ballot, you ain't never read a paper, you ain't never seen a news broadcast that it had nothing to do with stimulus checks and all of that. I don't want to hear it. You be
you don't
quiet.
know nothing about your local. You don't know nothing about your local laws.
You don't even know
And like
what.
we said,
You don't even know
we're,
what.
we're, we're talking. We're talking local. So y'all get so caught up in learning everything that happens in the state, but at a certain point, it goes local before it goes state. You don't even know. Like people say, "Oh, the man this." Stop, y'all. Stop fucking saying that. The mayor only can do as much as the city council or the aldermen allow him to do without invoking an executive order. We got to stand up and be ready and be right to say that at this particular point in time in my life, I don't even say I believe that children are our future. What the fuck is our future?
As the days go on, bro, it's starting to look like we ain't gonna have much of a future at all. It's
You
a
got
reason
50
why they out here sending satellites and stuff to look for new Earths. Because they see we fucking this one up.
you got 14, 15, 16-year-old little boys sitting at the bus stop high as fuck off of perks. How the fuck are you getting perks?
You
I
got
mean,
10
I'm
and
like,
12.
these little boys be nodding like they got some real dope up in their system. Oh, yo, I feel ill because I need a perk.
You got kids 9 and 10 years old know how to roll up a blunt, crush the weed down, the whole deal.
And what's cute about that? Tell me what's cute about that.
Nothing.
Tell me what's cute about that. You got children sitting around here while their mothers and fathers drinking their liquor, smoking their blunts, doing whatever, and then you wonder why your 6 or 7-year-old daughter know how to get on fucking TikTok and do a video. That's not cute. And then they twerk it and you know what?
Right.
God forgive me. I wish the hell my granddaughter would do that. I beat her ass and her mother's ass. Oh, ain't that? No, it's not cute. It's not cute. Look, to me, y'all think it's cute. I'm beyond this shit. No, to me, it's not cute for a little 7-year-old girl, 3-year-old girl. Why the fuck is you? Why are you posing like that? You are a child. Pose like this.
And then, of
You
course, if I come along and comment on it, good, bad, or otherwise. Well, why is you looking anyway? You pedophile.
So, but that's not even the case. First of all, the thing you got to realize is that when you put it on social media, it's for every motherfucking body
For
to see,
public consumption, because that's what you
plain and
wanted,
simple.
right? You wanted all the likes, so yeah, you put it on there so everybody could like it and comment.
Two things I no longer deal with on social media. I no longer deal with anybody sending me pictures of fights because when you do, I delete them automatically. And I no longer subscribe to people allowing their children to be growner than what the fuck they are.
And while we're on the subject, unless it's a challenge that is positive and it's going to lead to some good social change or some donations, don't send me that bullshit either. Don't send me no ice water, no
Don't
Tide
send
Pods, no walking the crates, none of that mess. Save that one.
Don't send that. And let me tell you something. I'm 56 years old. I didn't do them then, and I don't do them now. Stop with these bullshit ass chain letters. If you send this to 20 people, God is gonna bless me whether I send something to anybody or not. That's your shit. Stop sending me that.
Exactly.
Stop sending me. Oh, you're gonna be blessed if you send me your cash app. In what way?
No, I'm gonna be robbed if I send you my cash app. You ain't gonna get me like that.
And then there's been a many people got their cash apps caught up in that Bitcoin shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost one of them. I was like, oh hell to the no.
And understand all these Bitcoin things are not a scam, but most of them are. Most of them are.
But back to what we always say, little bro, do your fucking homework.
Do your research. Absolutely.
Do your research. You got child. You could go on. I told people you can Google anything, bitch. I went on YouTube one time and put in there how to give head, bitch, and they had a. I said, well, you know what, girl? That's not how I would do it, but thanks for the info, honey. Praise the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, we're gonna get ready to get up off it, bro. When you on Sunday night?
If I go on, it's gonna be Sunday night. But don't go on Sunday night because we still having a few technical issues. You know what it is, bro. So we'll keep
Right,
you posted, people.
right. And then we gonna have game time audible this week. I mean next week.
Probably so. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something about this game time audible show. This show, in my opinion, is getting better and better. Um, and it's for anybody. Don't think because you're a woman you can't come on the show. They talk about a little bit of everything, but you also have to realize that a lot of shows are generated from your comments and your responses.
Absolutely. Keep in mind,
With
one of the topics I know we're going to talk about next week is the Olympics are coming up again, y'all. And this time they are in China,
the Winter Olympics,
the Winter Olympics.
bitch, I'm sorry, I can't go to that.
So, yeah, we're going to get into that whole scenario because right now they're basically considering if we're going to go at all.
They should have considered that shit at the other Olympics.
That part. That part right there.
And unfortunately, and it's sad but it's true. Unfortunately, this whole motherfucking country and everything about this country is about this.
And ain't just this country either.
Right,
Understand, China, they definitely want us to come, and that's part of why. The Olympics ain't legitimate unless a few countries is there.
right. Unless the United
If
States is
the
there.
Russians ain't there, if the Chinese people ain't there, if the Japanese people ain't there, and Mexico, basically, oh yeah, and UK. If one of them five ain't there representing fully, yeah, it's bootleg Olympics.
They don't even consider it. They don't even consider it a piece of Olympics because you have Olympics back in the day, like back in 1980. What was it? 80 when they
Hey,
Russia boycotted the Olympics.
the Montreal Olympics, right?
Right. If Russia not there, is it a fucking Olympics? And then we turned around and did the same thing to them.
Right. In
So
Moscow.
it's like,
Right.
right. So y'all, I love all my sports. I love, but at the end of the day, and I told Eric this before. At the end of the day, I don't care what sport you play. I don't care what sport that you are part of. If your health is not first, then you need to get the fuck out of that sport.
Exactly.
If the man is putting the almighty dollar in front of you, because most people, in the sports world, you make your money off endorsement. So if I got my endorsements and my endorsements mean that I still get my endorsement money and I don't have to go to China, fuck China. I'm still gonna model for Nike. I'm still gonna model for Puma. I'm still gonna model for Under Armour, and I'm good.
And I'm still gonna have my McDonald's meal. Exactly.
Hello. So what? Girl, no. And it's that much. If recognition is that important, is if you getting recognition is more important than your life, then you need to check yourself.
Indeed. And one more shout out before we go, bro. I want to shout out, of course, Big Meech and the crew. They'll be on in about an hour doing the show known as Dish and Tea with Big Meech. Not gonna make it tonight, y'all. I'm about to head to bed. Got to get up early tomorrow. A lot going on. I will fill y'all in on other channels, but you know what it is. But yeah,
Well,
please have a
y'all,
good show and looking forward to hearing your comments when I check it out later on.
well, y'all, let me tell y'all, I thank y'all. This was, like I say, the advantage of doing the remixes is not scripted. It's not scripted. And I do what I do. But if you notice, I always try to do my shows, even the remix, I always try to do my remixes. I never try to cross over anybody's show, and E-Buck can tell you that. That's not what I do. I'm an early morning bitch. I'm a late night bitch. You could catch me online at 2 o'clock in the damn morning, and I'm not only thing I'm doing on there is talking to me.
Right. And remember, there are those of you still inquiring about doing shows and times and all that. You have not been forgotten. It's just other things going on, and I can't really address it like I need to right now. So I ask that you be patient, and we will get in touch with you soon.
Well, I actually said that earlier today that you guys are considering not even being a show a podcast host. Even if you consider wanting to get some commercials done, or even if you considering just wanting to be a sponsor, and you have to realize sponsorship is at so many different levels. Everybody can't afford to sponsor 1,000, 2,000, $3,000. So okay, you can't do that. Say, well, okay, Eric, I'm gonna sponsor you, and I'm gonna pay a year up on your YouTube Premium, or I'm going to pay your StreamYard for a year. There's a lot of different things you can do that's not going to hit your pocket. Or you can say, well, Helena, I want to sponsor you a different wig every month. There's
But
a lot of things you can
bottom
do
line
to make.
is, like I said, you want to have a promo that we put on the air for you, and in turn, you put some in your shop saying, check out the show. You can sponsor it that way as well.
Right, right. Because y'all know, y'all see when I was ready for my 1 year anniversary, E-Buck did that little promo up for me. And let me say this before I go. I give big ups to Unity Fellowship Church in Baltimore because Helena was there Sunday rendering a selection. And let me tell y'all this. Just because somebody go to church and somebody got a collar around their neck, I think sometimes we have a tendency to forget, even before that collar, you're a human being. I was in church Sunday, and this pastor so half-heartedly spoke to me. I was like, and I was in church. I ain't gonna lie. My mom was like, "Bitch, why is you speaking to me at all?"
You can feel when it's fake.
Right? I'm like, girl. I'm like, I say, and I thank God don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna lie, I say I never cussed up in church before because that would be a lie. I never had sex in church before, praise the Lord. But I have cussed up in church before. I'm like, girl, why, why, why are you speaking to me? And then you speaking to me half heartedly. It's not like, hey girl, how you doing? It's like, girl, did you just wave and turn your head from me at the same time? Bitch, what is your problem?
And you wonder why people done stop going to church.
That part. That part. And like I tell people, guess what? I'm not now, nor have I ever been a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. And my spirituality is a part of me, whether I'm behind those four walls or whether I'm not on those four walls. Because you know what? The church has turned into such, or you know what? He get on my nerves.
Hugh, 5 minutes you called me. I need to talk to you anyway. But
That's your little brother.
hey, we know Hugh got issues. You see the
I
picture.
was look. I'm too goddamn scared. I got enough shit going on in my life. I'll be the bitch to try to do something up the church, and that'd be the same day that God be like, "Oh well, today will be my day of lightning." And they be like, "Girl, Helena, what you do up in church so God can strike you like that?" I be like, "Girl, I don't do nothing. I go in there, I pray. When I pray, I don't even get on my knees because I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea. Praise the Lord. I pray standing up. Hallelujah."
In the show, man. In the show, man.
We love y'all. I'll see you on Monday on Hey Bitches Live. I'm stepping in for Helena. My guest will be a young man who makes hats. which is good because a part of that, us doing this is so we can um help. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. God loves you, so do I. And I tell y'all, all the I started going through here and I started revamping shit, and I made a mistake. Don't judge me, bro. I made a mistake and threw away my outro for the remix. But uh, y'all, I love y'all. Y'all don't judge me. Y'all be good, and if I don't see y'all any this weekend, excuse me, I most definitely see y'all on Sunday. We here at the Night Hall Network. We thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And guess what? You think this is good? 2022 is gonna be even better.
Amen.
We out, y'all. Y'all be blessed. And remember this if you don't remember anything else. No matter what goes on today, there's nothing that's going to happen that God and you collectively cannot handle.
Amen.
We out. Peace.